This is a long sink in the darkroom that contains all of the chemicals for developing your paper prints. There are 5 different types of chemicals or tubs that you will be working with. Above each chemical for developing your prints, you will see a label that says what the chemical is and the time that you are to have your photo paper in the chemical for. So this is just a reference, a friendly reminder, so that you have your paper in for the correct amount of time for each step. So after you've exposed your photo paper to your image, you're going to bring it over to the sink of chemicals. The very first chemical in the row of sinks is the developer. And the developer is what makes your latent image appear. So right now, I have nothing on my photo paper, but once I put it into developer and then carefully push it down with the bamboo tongs, after a few seconds, the image will slowly start to appear. To help speed up the process a little bit, I'm going to slightly agitate the chemical. So I'm very carefully lifting up one corner of the tub. If there are a lot of students developing at once, only one person should do this. If everyone starts to agitate, we'll have a tidal wave of chemicals, which would be not so good. But after about a minute or so, your image will appear. So whenever I flip my image over or move it out of the way or pick it up, I'm always using the bamboo tongs. You never want to put your hands in the chemicals. One thing to note about the developer is that it will stain your clothing. So if you get it on your sleeve or on your pants, it will stain brown, and that is not something that will come out. So after my 2 minutes is up, I'm going to take the bamboo tong, carefully lift my picture up, and let some of the excess developer drain off. And then from there, I can carefully move it over to the next chemical, which is our stop bath. I'm going to put my bamboo tong back over to the original tub. So after placing my print into the second chemical, I put the original bamboo tong back to the developer and picked up one for the stop bath. So the second tub is our stop bath. What this does is it stops the developer from developing. This also helps rinse off any of the developer residue off of your print. With this, you also want to agitate very lightly just to help wash away the developer. You'll leave your print in the stop bath for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds is up, you'll carefully pick it up, let it drain, and then move it on to our next chemical, replacing the bamboo tong back at its original spot. Our third chemical for developing prints is the fixer. The fixer makes your image permanent and no longer makes the photo paper sensitive to light. After the fixer, you'll be able to take it out into the classroom and your photo paper will not be affected, it will not get any darker. Once again, we have the bamboo tongs, so make sure you're using the correct ones for the fixer. You'll leave your print in the fixer for 2 minutes. If you do not leave it in long enough, your paper can still start to change a little bit out in daylight. So make sure you have it in for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes are up, you'll carefully drain the chemicals off and move it to the next bath. One thing to note, the fixer also stains your clothes. The fixer acts like a bleach, so it will bleach your clothes, which will damage it and will not come out. The final stage of developing your photo paper is the final rinse. So with the final rinse, there will be water constantly flowing into the tray and constantly replenishing, out, refilling. With the final rinse, because it is just water, it is safe to put your hand in as this washes away all of the chemicals from the process. You'll leave your print in the final rinse for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes is up, you can take your print out and go outside into the classroom to see what it looks like.